Okay. Am I audible over here to the last rows? Okay. So we have to speak about migrations today. Okay. So we'll start speaking about migrations. But before that, everyone who is in AWS classroom, did you also attend the Docker class? If not, it is an expectation. It is mandatory that you attend Docker classes. Okay. Even if you are learning only AWS, because in AWS we have three services: ECS, EKS, and ECR. If you want to understand all the three, you have to attend Docker and Kubernetes class. Okay. So right. Okay then. So let us get started. So for doing whatever you want to do in AWS, we need to create a free tier account. Okay, I'm not going to show how to be done in the classroom, but there is a video in directdevops.blog. Please have a look at it and give feedback to this, because we are going to start at least that is my own organization. We are going to start a full-fledged video content creation, not for DevOps and cloud, but for competitive exams, right? So as a part of that, we are running some you call that as warm-up matches, right? Yeah. So then I thought, why to do unnecessary stuff? Let us do something useful. So whatever is required for us in the classroom to set up, I'm just basically creating those videos and updating it to the blog, right? So I think we have it over here. Okay. So I'm giving a link of that. Okay. Now let us speak about migrations. Yeah. No audio, man. Am I audible to everyone, or Rupini is the only facing problem? Okay, good. So let us get started with server migrations. So is migration important? లేదంటే నేను ఖాళీగా ఉండి చెప్తున్నాను అయితే. Okay. So let us try to understand what is the use case. Okay, first thing, your company wants to use cloud. There is no doubt about it, and that's the reason why we are learning this course. And when they want to use cloud, will they start everything on cloud, or they will want something which is running in their offices right now to work in cloud first? ఇప్పుడు మీరే కంపెనీ అనుకుందాం. Let us assume that we are speaking about swiggy.com. Swiggy is already running and now you want to use AWS. Will you rewrite everything for cloud again, or will you use the existing Swiggy which is running in your offices right now to go to cloud? First you want to move the existing resources which are running in your offices to cloud, right? That's where migrations are important. So any company, when they first go to the cloud, they would want some of the important services which they want, which are running right now, they would want to move to cloud. And this movement of applications or servers, whatever you call it, from your offices, right, to cloud is something which we call as migration, right? So to do this migration, there are many methodologies, there are many things to take into considerations. We'll be discussing about all of them. But is migration important? And one thing to clearly understand over here is, okay, so the migrations which we are going to do, okay, you have jobs only on migrations. Okay, only on server migrations you have jobs, because that is the first step into cloud. Any company who wants to initially get into the cloud, that is their first step. They will first move to the cloud, right? Right. So migrations, what is the basic aim over here? Ensuring existing infrastructure on premise. On premise is nothing but your office, okay, to work on cloud. Okay, this is the basic aim. Okay, and how do you achieve, or let me not call it as aim, goal seems to be a better word. Yeah. Okay, so how do you achieve this? There are many ways, out of which one popular methodology is migrations. One popular methodology is migrations, right? So but before we understand that, let us take one scenario. Okay, అమ్మ నోట్స్ రాయనాల్సిన పని లేదు, నేను రాస్తున్నాను. ఓకేనా, మీకు ఏదైతే అవసరమో అది రాసుకోండి, ఎందుకంటే రైటింగ్ టేక్స్ అవే యువర్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. ఓకే, డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్, నేనేం మిమ్మల్ని తప్పుగా అంటలేదు, కాకపోతే దిస్ ఈస్ అ హ్యాబిట్ విచ్ వీ హ్యావ్, we write too much. Okay, so but the problem with that is it takes away 60% of your concentration. So whatever you feel, for example, I am speaking about any terms, if it is new to you, then make a note of it, so that okay, you can go back to your notes and find out, okay, whatever is written over here I didn't understood that. Make a notes of only things which are important to you. Notes antara నేను రాస్తున్నాను, మీ పని కూడా నేనే చేస్తున్నా. Okay, right. So what is the scenario over here, right? So and what are the different things which you need to consider during migration, right? So let me take a scenario. I'll take slightly a different scenario than what I've taken in the Azure class, because there are some people who are in Azure and AWS also. I don't want to repeat the same content, ఎందుకంటే నాకు బోర్ కొడద్ది, మీ కూడా నాకు తెలియదు, right? Right. Okay, fine then. So let us assume that this is our office's data center. Okay, in Amazon, whenever I use the orange color because that's what the logo of Amazon looks like, right? Okay, right. So over here, your company has decided to move this whatever is running in this 5 servers to cloud. Okay, so first let me represent that. ఏది వాడదాం? Just to represent that it is on premise. Okay, and over here I'm just changing some of the softwares, otherwise it will look the same thing. Okay, but it doesn't matter what is inside these machines, we want to basically move that. So all right, and then I have okay, okay, I'll put it like this, even though it is not so. Okay, and then this is looking better. Okay, ఈ పదాలన్నీ తెలియాల్సిన పని లేదు. Don't worry about what these softwares are basically doing. By the time you finish this course, if you understand what these softwares do, that is more than enough. There is no need for you to understand it today, right? So we have 5 servers which are running some softwares. On top of this software, your application like BookMyShow or Swiggy or whatever is basically running. Okay. So now this is what we have in our office. Okay. So our scenario is we want to move all of them to the cloud. Our scenario is we want to move all of them to the cloud. So let me get started. So save. Okay. And then let me call it as AWS migration 1. Okay. The scenario is okay. An application, whatever your application is, an application has following infrastructure. Okay. So okay, I'm telling this again. So I just do this, write the strange characters because this is called as markdown format, and it is very good even if you know how to write that, because a lot of companies we write documentations, right, wiki pages and all of that stuff, they are moving to this markdown format. Okay. So the advantage of markdown format is I can basically convert that into a HTML page. So whatever I have written over there will appear something like this for you, right? Okay. So fine. So this is the current scenario. Now what that you want to do? You want to move that to the cloud. Okay. So this is your goal. Now, what do you think is the approach now? So we need to find out, okay, what of this is supported and what of this is not supported. But for that, we have to look into what are the possibilities, right? Where these applications are running, right? We have to look into many alternatives because, right, I might be using Nginx, but my Nginx might be on a physical server. Your company might be using Nginx, but it might be on a VMware virtual machine, right? So we have different combinations. ఈ ఎలాగైనా ఉండొచ్చు మీ కంపెనీ డేటా సెంటర్. So let us look at possibilities. First is, let me write it as infrastructure. So is your infrastructure physical in nature or is it virtual in nature? Yeah. So if it is virtual in nature, then what is your virtualization platform? Is it VMware ESXi, or is it Hyper-V, or is it any other kind of virtualization platform, right? So am I clear on this? Okay, right? So now our goal is to move all of the 5. Okay, then we will understand what will I do if I have to move only 3 out of this 5. That is a secondary story. We'll worry about it later. So right now, what is our goal? To move all of this 5 to the cloud. Since we are in the Amazon class, I am speaking about AWS. But whatever I am discussing today is same for any cloud. It has not much of differences between, okay, if I want to do the same thing on Google, what is the strategy? Whatever we are trying to discuss today will work out for any cloud, right? So now probably coming down to, okay, or approach for solution. The first thing which you need to do is create a